Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And absolutely love this young man coming out of the University of Alabama because of what he did for the Crimson Tide. His last year there, 33 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions before the hip injury suffered in the middle of November. They want him healthy, obviously, because if so, one of the most accurate throwers coming out of college football in the last 10 to 15 years. And the Dolphins, they haven't taken a quarterback in the top 5 since a guy named Bob Greasy, now a Pro Football Hall of Famer. They took him back in 1967.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. One of the storylines in this one, 2 rookie quarterbacks, 2 very good ones. The 2nd and 3rd QBs taken behind Joe Burrow in this year's draft. Tua with the Dolphins at 5, and then Justin Herbert to the Chargers just 1 pick later. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit, and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Chargers offense set to go to work. Leading that offense, the rookie from Oregon who was drafted number 6 overall, Justin Herbert.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of 29.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only... for that time as that leads us to a fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
Chargers 3, Dolphins nothing.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
25-yard line.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, here's Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Made at the 38-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the gun, it's Tua. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
The tackle by Denzel.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Play action, now it's Tua. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Tua going to throw. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Herbert following the turnover. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Hunter Henry.
The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 9 catches, 131 yards, and also the score.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category.
Justin Jackson.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Kyle Van Noy.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
16 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Herbert. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Justin Jackson.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brought him down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On second down, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Now, their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word, because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy throwing it, buoyed would be the word, wouldn't it? Because right now, I think his confidence level is so high. I just throw it out there. They will go get it. And we're seeing some fantastic catches and some great plays as a result.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Tua. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, taken in by the tight end, Bryant. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
They're on the 14-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Jackson. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. To the air again, Herbert. That's caught by Jackson. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate.
Justin Jackson.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Very quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up
and the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 16.
14.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got it. And he's brought down. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Herbert back to the air. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
To number 13,
Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Michael Badgley lining up for the
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
Miami set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's King. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
10 yards on the...
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 2 and now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
and with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
4-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and it's the Steelers who are out in front. The Steelers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they trail the visiting Green Bay Packers as that one's gone to halftime. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Joe Reed returning. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's tackled at the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down now. It's Kelly, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Herbert off of play action. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. 23 yards the pickup there.
Los Angeles.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And they'll try the jet sweep here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Howard on the tackle.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. On the crossing route, complete. That's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, and he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown.
Hunter Henry. Touchdown.
Hunter Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
For the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Watch the out. By 52.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Delay of game, offense.
Oh, man.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Tua to throw again. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
From midfield, here's Tua. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It's the former Hurricane, played on this very field, Denzel Perryman. With a big-time sack on 3rd down, it's a loss of 7. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Holding, receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. They'll run it with Jackson. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now Jackson. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Justin Jackson, the ball.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Going deep here for Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Here's Kelly on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 11 yards there, first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They'll run with Jackson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They run again with Jackson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They run on first down with Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Dolphins have got it.
The pass.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a dump off here complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Tua now on 1st down. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Tua on 4th down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start here with Jackson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
In your face.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to find that man yet again, Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Calling a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Kelly. Kelly strips. The ball is free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Mike back two. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's 4th. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 2 and now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On first down, Tagovailoa. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. He'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
They run with it. It's Kelly. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Good gain there on first down. And keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Kelly, the ball carrier. Jerome Baker in on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they will take a knee here.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down? And
they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Caron said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Chargers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Miami, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.